Alright, before I actually get into the actual meat of this video, I do want to say that for some weird, dumb reason, my class has been canceled, so I don't necessarily have to worry about missing the PlayStation Showcase. So I will be recording a lot, well, not a live stream, but recording the entire PlayStation event, and hopefully that will turn out great, and do what we can with that. So I'm gonna try to do it. Hopefully I have enough space on my computer to do it, and that won't cause too many problems, and OBS don't be weird. So we'll see how that kind of goes. So keep that in mind for tomorrow, and hopefully that'll be up without any type of hassle or problems or anything like that. So we'll see how that pretty much goes. But yeah, expect something of that tomorrow, because I heard a lot of rumors, and hopefully some of that stuff is true, and hopefully it'll be great. So that's something that we'd be looking forward to. But when it comes down to things, the main reason why I wanted to make this video, and I really don't want to talk about things like this or like bring it up, especially when it comes to anything financial, because that's not an area where that should matter for you guys, or that should be something that you should be concerned about. But I don't necessarily know what else to do. And the thing is, usually when it comes to problems that I usually have, I try my best not to say anything, because usually I don't want to, especially on YouTube, I don't want to, come through and make a video like this and then essentially make your day worse, because either A, you've been having a rough day, you don't want to hear me say or talk about things like this, and B, you might feel bad that you can't necessarily help out in a way. And I understand both of those sides, because I know somebody might come through and be like, Jay, I ain't want to hear you talk about your problems in financial situations. I want to hear you talk about how you gonna smash a lolly. Like, oh boy, I can't wait to clap Erie's cheeks and while licking her horn. Like, yeah, let's get it on with that sexy ass shit. But I just can't do that, honestly. Not today. And especially when it comes down to things, I've been stressed like this for really ever since before the Street Fighter 6 beta, honestly. So that was like, so this has been going on for like Thursday or more. So it's just stressful, honestly. The last couple of uploads were stressful. Well, I tried not to let it get to me, but with every passing day and everything kind of going wrong, especially the open beta itself was just disastrous for me, because there's just a mountain of things that just went wrong and halted up my gaming experience, honestly. But which I realized I didn't upload the last part of the Street Fighter video. I'll try to find some time to upload that. But I just been under a lot of stress personally, and it sucks when a lot of things is just onto you, especially when there's nothing else that anybody else can do. And to be perfectly honest, even working like a job, hell, even working like 2 jobs wouldn't even be enough to get you out of the current situation that you're in. So it's been rough, personally. It honestly has been. I'm just honestly at a point where I just don't necessarily know what I can do or what is even possible, because it's not like I haven't been trying. Like every single time I'm trying to be on Twitter or something like that, obviously trying to talk to people, trying to advance some way to get some opportunities, even trying to talk to different companies. Because fun fact, I did try to talk to, or at least sign up for Spike Chunsoft to get an early review code for Master Detective Archives Rain Code, because I would like to do a review on that game, honestly. And if they actually sponsor the video, that'd be great, but I don't necessarily know if that's gonna be possible, if that's gonna happen, and if that doesn't, then I'll have to basically pay the money that I already have, and just get it that way, which that's like another damn thing. There's just too many things to pay off, honestly. And hell, it's not even my fault or even my problem, but because I live in the same household, it is my problem, and I unfortunately have to deal with it, because there is a mortgage, and there is a bunch of credit card bills or whatever, and a lot of regular bills, and just trying to make it off of the income from Patreon by itself, and then whatever somebody else might give me, that's not easy. It's not rough, honestly. It just people I feel like are just expecting way too much shit in a short amount of time. And especially when it comes to this, where granted, the money that comes through Patreon and stuff like that isn't even supposed to go to bills or anything like that of the sort. They're supposed to be helping for the channel and, you know, things like that, getting better equipment like a capture card, because I would like to do capture card and, you know, get the gameplay from that, or like getting some other equipment for like a computer and whatever, which that's on Throne Gifts, you know. And there's just a bunch of other things that honestly the channel needs, and just better up in quality. But I can't do any of that because I'm stuck helping literally everybody else. I now have practically really don't have a damn choice, especially when it comes to the house itself, because obviously, as I told you before, there's a mortgage on this hoe, and honestly, I would need like $100,000 just to get out of this nonsense. But it just, I don't know what to do. I'm just at a point where I'm just kind of like, I don't necessarily know what to do, and I'm just trying literally everything, figuring out different ideas, coming up with different plans, yet nothing still works. And it's just honestly, truly, and just brutally annoying, honestly. And I just don't necessarily know what to do. Like, I'm just trying. I can't even focus like on making Quikkatsu's story, honestly, without thinking about everything else and having everything else just bogging me down and stressing me the hell out. Like, I literally cannot focus on anything. I still know where I want to go with the story, but I just can't focus on it. Even with the extra time that I have now, since I'm not going to be in school, guess what's going to happen? I'm probably going to have to work with my dad, and that's something I just don't want to necessarily do ever again, honestly. I've already gave you my youth. I gave you literally my lower back for that, honestly. I don't want to necessarily go through that again. I just don't want to do that. And again, I just don't want to bring this again up to you guys, because obviously y'all don't deserve to hear, you know, these problems. That's not what you come here for. You came here for some fun, entertainment, some, you know, fun shit to be dealing with. But instead, sometimes I gotta drop videos like this. Like, I don't want to keep doing this type of stuff, honestly. And then I know some people be like, they don't mind and it's okay that I can vent and stuff, but at the same time, it's not really professional for me to do this. And, you know, that's just something I don't want to, again, bog down with you guys. But again, I'm literally at a point where I don't necessarily have a choice or any idea on how to get out of this situation, honestly. So, and again, this is a voluntary thing, honestly. If you don't want to send money, or you don't want to necessarily pay for a Quikkatsu commission or whatever, I completely understand. But it's just really ridiculous how constantly I've been trying to get the hell out of this place and out of this situation, yet everything I try to do or be a part of doesn't necessarily work out, or something by fate is just binding me or cursing me or some shape and form, and I don't necessarily understand why this is, right? I don't necessarily know who do I need to talk to, or like what direction do I need to be in, or what. It's like just nothing is happening, and I don't necessarily understand it at all, honestly. I'm just frustrated, honestly. I guess that's part of the problem. I'm just frustrated too. And then it's always me trying to help out somebody else, or putting someone else on a, I wouldn't say pedestal, but like putting someone else in a better position. Yet anytime I'm trying to search my own thing, or I'm trying to do my own thing, that doesn't matter for some reason, you know? And I guess that's been a big problem in my life as well, because constantly I've always been the type of person that's like, well, I guess screw me, because I guess my problems don't matter, so let's just focus on this person and their problems and stuff like that. And I've always been like that, trying to push my feelings aside and, you know, not necessarily worry about what I'm going through, but I always put someone else's first. And that's just something that just really irritates me now. And at this point, I just don't care to continue doing that. Like, I genuinely don't. So when it comes down to things, honestly, and I always thought helping, I always thought like asking for help was a bit weak, especially in situations like this where you should be able to handle it yourself. But I guess I don't know. I just at a point where I just don't necessarily know what to do, and whether it is weak or not. And because especially when it comes to YouTubers and stuff like that, like people asking for money like that, honestly, it just makes them look like they're begging like a bitch, and that's essentially what I'm into becoming, honestly. So I don't necessarily know. I don't know what the point of this video is, or if this video is even gonna help any, or am I just gonna get ignored again like I always do? But it's just frustrating and honestly tired. I'm just tired of wanting to fight or like care for someone else and something else, but never getting anything that I need or anything that I would like to have or want and stuff like that. You know, it just hella annoying. Hell, even when it comes to like things, money that you know, people that might give me for like a gift or something, because I was given a $100 gift of just $100, and that was great. But guess what? That's gonna go to bills, other stuff that I didn't want to spend it on, you know, and it's just annoying. So I just don't necessarily know what to do exactly. I've been trying to think of different ideas on Patreon, and most likely I'm gonna try drawing a lot more and try to put some more content out on Patreon, which I have been slightly doing a little bit, but we'll see how far we can go with that. And you know, I've been asking for some ideas of what I could do, but I don't necessarily know what it would be. That's like something I know I would do, and I just don't know, honestly. But to wrap everything up, because I don't want to keep making this video longer than it is, I just don't necessarily know what to do. And if you guys are able to, or if someone that's new that's watching this video, and this is your first video, I'm truly sorry for this being your first video, because it make me sound like a whole ass bitch. But that's kind of literally the situation of, you know, what I'm kind of dealing with. But when it comes to some things, if you are someone new, I got way other videos that's like better than this, obviously, so you might want to check those out. And when it comes down to things, if you are just someone that has money, or if you're just someone that has like, you know, some type of connections or sources or something like that, or even if you're like a business or something, hit me up on Twitter or email me with my business email or something of the sort, honestly, because I don't know what else I can possibly do to get myself out of this position. I don't necessarily know. And because it's just really confusing and it's just really annoying, and I don't necessarily know where I can just put everything, honestly, when it comes to my feelings towards like this whole entire situation. I guess I don't know. But point is, again, if you'd like to donate, Patreon will be the way to do it. Especially since it's basically coming to the end of the month. It'll be great if that can go up a little bit, I guess. And try maybe then if that's a possible way. If you do have the money. Again, if you're someone that's like, which I don't think there is any kids that's watching me, which thankfully they shouldn't. But, you know, don't be stealing no money out your credit cards or anything like that. Or don't be hurting yourself to help me. Only help if you can actually afford to. But, because definitely it's just a lot, honestly. It's just a lot going on. Like, and I'll be straightforward too with, you know, everything. Like, if the mortgage on the house, when it comes down to this, right? If that can be paid off, like, that's like the 100K that's needed to do that, right? But then, like, for me personally, that's like taking care of someone else. But for me, what would I like to have or something like that? Honestly, I would just like to have a place of my own, and then be able to start working hard to get different equipment for YouTube and make a better quality videos and stuff like that. And then at that point, if I can make, and then whatever money I can make, honestly, off of YouTube, I would like to potentially send that back over to my family. At least then they'll be fine for the rest of their time, and as long as nothing goes wrong with me. And that just kind of the way I see things or want things to kind of be, you know. And that's just really kind of what it is, honestly, because there's just not really much I could really, I don't know, ask for outside of that, you know. Like, of course there's like plenty of other things, but there's not necessarily anything more that I would ask outside of that, you know. And I'm not like asking like for like some kind of crazy ass fancy car or some over the top rich ass house or anything like that. I just want a decent place to live where it isn't too shitty and it's not necessarily too much to take care of, but it, I can do it, and that would be fine for me. But again, overall, I'm just basically rambling at this point. Again, if you'd like to donate, Patreon is in the description. You can. That's a possible way of helping me out and doing things if you want to. And again, tomorrow we'll try to get a PlayStation Showcase recorded for you guys, and hopefully that will be okay, and hopefully there won't be any more hassle when it comes down to things, and it'll be a good ass showcase and possibly take off the minds of this, because this is just a really shitty situation. I guess I'm just at this point where I'm just tired of caring for other people in a way, and I just want to actually help myself out in a way, because not because I'm like trying to be selfish or anything, but just like I've always helped out other people when it's going to be my time, It's like John Cena, your time was up, my time is now, damn, bam, 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 or something like that, So that's basically really the entirety of this video, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also, follow me on the socials, and if you'd like to donate to the channel, again, Patreon is available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.